Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Health and Physical Education. We are going to start with unit number 6, that is test and measurement in sports. And today's topic we are having, that is motor fitness test. Now in test and measurement, it is very essential to determine whether or not our objectives has been achieved. So in order to find out whether our objectives are being achieved or not, for example, if we want to check our muscular strength, if we want to improve our muscular strength, if we want to improve our endurance, if we want to improve our flexibility, our cardiorespiratory fitness. So in order to improve any one of these component, then you need to participate in a fitness program. And if you are participating in the fitness program, then you need to check it regularly that whether you have improved in a particular fitness or not. So it is only with the help of the test measurement you can check your progress, whether you are making the progress. So one of the writer, Leonardo Vinci, he tells that if you are enamored of the practice without scientific way, you are just like a pilot who goes into a ship without rudder and compass and does not know his destination. That means that, for example, if we are practicing more and more practicing, but if we are not checking ourselves that whether we have progressed or not, this progress can be only checked through a test measurement and through evaluation process. And if you are just practicing, then you will be like a pilot who used to go into a ship without a radar and compass and do not know where they want to go actually. So it will be like that only. So here we are let us clear the meaning of the test which we have learned in class 11th. So test and measurement in physical education are the instrument, they are the device of getting the essential details regarding the needs, capacity and ability and attitudes of a student or a sports person. So what do you mean by test? So test is used as a collection of the information or the collection of the data about the specific skills, your strength, endurance, knowledge, behavior, your attitude towards a particular game or sports. There are different types of tests. We are having various tests like we are having FR test, we are having Rouse-Weber test, Harvard step test, sit and reach test, then Johnson basketball test. There are the various tests which are being related to the basketball, cricket. So there are the various tests in order to check where you need to improve. So there are the various tests are there. Then the meaning of the measurement tells us that it is been related to the physical measurement such as your height, weight, your vital capacity, achievements and many more. Actually, the measurement refers to the process of administrating a test to obtain the quantitative data. Actually, it is a collection of the quantitative data, because if you are just giving a test, let us make and measure. Take an example that, for example, if your test is being taken, either it may be a monthly test or it may be of the periodic test. If the test is being taken and if the measurement and proper evaluation is not being done, then it will not be possible for the teacher as well as for yourself that whether how much progress you have made. So the measurement plays a very important role because it is a process of administrating a test. The person, those who like a coach or a physical education teacher who are taking your test, they need to administer your test to obtain the quantitative data. And with the help of the data, we are having a chart. On the basis of that chart, they need to check that where you need to progress or where you need to improve yourself and how much progress you have made. So this is the what related to the test and measurement. Now let us learn the topic of motor fitness. Now here let us learn the meaning of the motor fitness. So here the meaning of motor fitness refers to the capability of an athlete to take part effectively in his or her particular sports. In order to check your motor fitness and any of the athlete or a sports person related to their own games, how much they are efficient or they are effective in his or her particular sports, in order to check that, it is considered as a motor fitness. It can also be said that the motor fitness is a person's ability to do the physical activity. how much ability or capability you are having to do any of the physical activity, whether you are having a strength, endurance, whether you are having the flexibility, agility, coordinative abilities. So these all are being checked through this motor fitness test, how much efficiently you are doing it. So according to the Oxford reference, the motor fitness means it is a neuromuscular components of the fitness which enables a person to perform successfully a particular motor skills, games or activity. Specific motor fitness components which includes like agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time and speed. So here the motor fitness is sometimes referred to as a skill related fitness. We already learnt in class 11 health related fitness, we have learned. Here we are going to learn related to the motor fitness. Now in motor fitness there are the different tests. For example, we are having FR motor fitness test, we are having Burrow test, 3-item test, fitness test. Now let us know related to the FR motor fitness. The FR means, the full form of FR is known as an American Alliance for Health, Physical Education and Recreation. It is now known as an AFERD. AFERD means American Alliances for Health, Physical Education, Recreation and Dance. So here it is one of the oldest professional organization in USA. It was been introduced by America, USA. It is the motor fitness tests have been the major instrument for measuring the motor fitness in the America. Most of this FR test was been conducted in the school children, for the school children for more than 50 years. The first version of this test was being published in 1958. FR test was being introduced in 1958 and it was being revised. There was a little bit change in the revision. It was being revised in 1965, and after many of the changes, this battery test were being made in 1975 in FR youth fitness test. In 1975, maximum changes they have done, and then afterwards in 1976 the final manual was being prepared. So before 1976, that means that when it was being this battery test was being introduced, after many of the changes, at that time we were having a test like in FR test it was being included like pull-ups for boys and flex downs for the girls, flex leg sit-ups, shuttle run, standing long jump, 50-yard run, 600-yard run or walk, and softball throw or for distance. Softball, there was a softball throw for a distance. There were 7 tests was there which was been included in FR. Then afterwards after 1976, finally the manual was being prepared, and the tests which was been included are being mentioned below, like pull-ups for the boys and flex arms for hang for the girls, then flex leg sit-ups, then shuttle run, standing broad jump, 50-yard dash, that is run, and 600-yard run, that is known as an nearby 41 meter or 42 meter, and 600-yard, that is 500, and it has been considered in 548 nearby meters. So this are the this is what it has been included in the motor fitness, in the applied fitness test, that is after 1976. Now what is given in your syllabus? We are going to learn motor fitness test according to that. So here, according to your syllabus which has been given, the motor fitness test includes just now as in 50-meter standing start run, that is a 50-yard run. Here you need to write down that what you are doing, you need to write down that. So the subject takes the starting position behind the starting line. Starter commands the word ready, go. By the downward sweep of his starter arms, the starter used to sweep his arms downward as a signal to the timer. Here, if there are more than 2 stopwatch, the 2 subjects can run at the same time, and if there are 2 stopwatch, and here the score is being recorded in seconds. So here the first test is mentions related to 50 meters standing start run, then 600-yard walk or run, that is 548 meters yard walk or run. Here the subject can walk also, he can run also. The subject takes the position of the standing right behind the starting line. At the signal of ready and go, the subject starts running 600-yard distance. He or she can run or walk, and many students can run at the same time. The timing is being recorded in minutes and seconds. So here in 600 meter or 600 yard walk or run, here many of the subjects can participate, or many students can run together. Here the timings are being recorded in minutes or seconds. So these are the first two tests. Then afterwards we are having partial curls up. Partial means half curl up. You can see in the image, the first one is lying down, second one is half only. Here to start, lie down on your back with your knees bent and the feet flat on the floor. Don't press your neck or the lower back to the floor. Breathe deeply. You should feel comfortable and relaxed in this position. Then they have given the stepwise, like cross your arms loosely, tighten your abdomen and curl halfway up. In the second position, as it has been shown in the second position. Then hold for 5 seconds, uncurl to lie down. Again come back to the normal position as it is given in the position number 1 in the picture. Then repeat the 2 sets of 10. Total number of the repetition sit-ups is noted in 1 minute. So here as much as you can, it is been given that hold for 5 seconds. Here it is been given that set of 10, but in this the repetition goes on according to the minute, that in 1 minute how much you can have a partial curl up. Then we are having the next one, that is standing broad jump. So in standing broad jump, what is the procedure to perform the standing broad jump? First, both the feet together behind the white line. Lean forward and swing your arms back and bend both the knees to gain the momentum. Jump off and land with both the feet together. Do not move till the reading is been taken. So here the reading is been taken, the measurement is being noted in feet and inches. So you can see the first position, how the person used to stand. The second position, the person used to swing the arm backward. Then afterwards he used to take a leap, take a jump. Look at the position of the hands in air, and then afterwards landing is there. How you can find out the landing position, and there afterwards they need to maintain the position, both the feet together, and they do not move till the reading is been taken. So here this is a standing broad jump. Then next we are having, that is push-ups for boys. So here push-ups for boys and modify push-ups for the girls. So in push-ups for the boys, you can see the position. How the push-ups boys, it is in a plank position. In the first, the second one you can see. So here in the push-ups for the body and the legs in the straight line, then feet slightly apart, both the gap between the there should be a difference between both the feet. The arms and the shoulders width apart, extended, and the right angle to the body. Keeping the back and the knees straight, the subject lowers the body to the predetermined point to touch the ground. No half on. Otherwise, what happens? Many of the students have seen that they only used to do only half of these push-ups. They need to just go, and they should touch the ground or some of the objects until there is a 90-degree angle in the elbow. Then returns back to the starting position with the arms extended. This action is repeated without rest until they have reached the target number of push-ups. For example, if it has been told that whether they have to in a 30 seconds or 1 minute, how much push-ups they are having, that will be noted. So these are being noted in numbers. So modified push-ups for the girls. So it begins the first position. It is begin in the kneeling position on the mat. You can see the first position where the knees are touching toward the ground. This is the first position on the mat, with the hands below the shoulder and knees behind the hip, so that the back is an angle as long. So now tuck your toes under the tighten abdominal and bend elbows to the lower chest towards the floor. Then afterwards they need to have a push-ups as the boys used to have the push-ups, the same way. Here the press chest back up to the start position and repeat the desired number of the repetition. Here also maximum number of the repetitions they used to do in either in 1 minute or 30 seconds. It will be measured, depends upon the timings. So this is also one of the modified push-ups which has been included in the motor fitness test for the girls. Then we are having motor fitness test, that is sit and reach test. So sit and reach test, there is an object. Here this test is involves sitting on the floor with the legs stretched out straight ahead. Shoes should be removed. Here you can see the first position, the person who is sitting here, the shoes, he is not wearing the shoes, the socks, he has wore the socks. The sole of the feet are being placed flat against the box. Both the knees should be locked and pressed flat to the floor. The tester may assist by holding them down with the palms facing downwards. The palms are facing towards on the box, on the top of the box. You can see one palm above the another one, and the hands on the top of each other on the side by side. The subject reaches towards along with measuring the line as far as possible. Now here what happened, the subject used to move further. You can see in the image, the subject, you can see his hands and his feet. The hands are moving little bit ahead the feet. So here after some of the practice reaches, the subject reach out and hold that position. Once he used to reach the position, then afterwards he used to hold the position then afterwards for 1 to 2 seconds while the distance is being recorded. How much distance is being recorded, how much more than the feet he has reached, that is being taken into consideration. So here sit and reach test is being considered in a motor fitness test. Then we are having next, that is the last one, that is shuttle run. So here shuttle run, there is a marking of the two lines of 10 meters. You can see in the picture, the two of the children are running here. The 10 meters apart, using the marking tape or a cone, the two blocks are being placed. The blocks of the wood are 2 into 2 into 4 inches and are being used in this test. The person or the individual or the children, they used to pick up the wooden box, and they used to place blocks, and they used to place on the other side of the line. So here the two blocks are being placed on the lines opposite the line they are going to start. Means opposite to the starting line, the two blocks are being placed, and on the signal ready, the participant places their front foot behind the starting line. On the signal go, the participant sprints to the opposite line, picks up the blocks of the wood, run back and place it on or beyond the starting line. Then turning without any rest, they run back to retrieve the second block. Once the block is being placed on the starting line, then again they used to run without taking the rest. They used to run again to pick up the next block, and again they will finish it. So here that means that an individual or a subject used to cover a total distance of 40 meter is being covered, and here it has been the measurement, it is being taken in terms of seconds. So these are the motor fitness tests. So whatever you are doing, you need to write down that in a procedure. So you should have an idea that what are the tests are there which are being included in shuttle run, in sit and reach test, and push-ups, modified push-ups for the girls. Then afterwards we are having partial curl-ups, standing broad jump. Then we are having 50 meter standing start run and 600-yard run or walk. So this all tests are being included in your motor fitness test, and it has been there in your syllabus. So you can prepare the notes on the basis of this. If you are having any query, you can place it in the messages. Thank you.